Flite Test. I'm Josh Scott, and back here behind me is Josh Bixler. And today we're going to be talking to you about expos and dual rates. Not really sure what that is, but I think it might have something to do with like a bank loan and also a baseball franchise that is not in existence anymore. So we're going to go over here and find out what the scoop is on all this stuff. This is my good buddy Josh.
Hey bro, how you doing? Hi friends.
It looks like he's flying a boomerang of some kind.
Kind of like a boomerang. This is my MS Composite Swift, and I just put it together and got a new set of radios in it. And right now what I'm doing is I'm flying it around just to get a feel out of it to see what I need to do with dual rates and expos.
So you actually built this thing?
Yeah, it's kind of an ARF. Let's hear it.
ARF!
Very good. And basically what I want to do is I take it up and I fly it to find out what it does and how sensitive it is to certain inputs such as elevator and aileron. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down and I'm going to dial in the dual rates and expos. Do you want to guess what that is?
Expos?
Yes, expos.
I told our viewers already.
Oh, did you already tell your viewers?
Yeah,
okay.
It's a franchise baseball.
Very good, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
But what it is basically it softens the stick movement in the center of the controller. Now it's very important for planes such as this one here that you have X-rates or expos and dual rates dialed in correctly, because it can fly very slow and it can fly very fast. I also really like flying combat, and for that kind of flying you need to have it be very maneuverable but not very fast.
Yeah,
and I also
you have to dodge a lot of fire.
So let me land this real quick here. There we go.
Boom.
Boom. Sorry, I was gonna let you catch it too.
Yeah, well, that wasn't really the smoothest of landings. It just kind of hit with a thud.
That's okay, because it's foam, it's durable. All right, I flew it. It's a little jittery. You saw I wasn't doing very good up there, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into this here, and I'm gonna change some settings here, and I'm gonna change my dual rates. We haven't talked about dual rates yet, have we?
No.
Okay, what dual rates is basically, say I want to fly combat. Let's put a situation here. Yeah, except we're gonna cut streamers or hit each other, something like that.
Okay.
I want my plane to be maneuverable, okay?
Yes.
I don't want to have to change all my control linkages and everything on here to give myself more throws to make my plane more maneuverable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dial in my dual rates, so when I flip the switches a certain direction, I have more throw.
Right.
And then when I want to fly fast and sleek, I can flip my switches another direction and have less throw.
Like a stealth bomber.
Sure.
Like under the radar kind of thing.
So what I'm gonna do here is the plane was very touchy and it was very sensitive in a lot of different aspects. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust both high and low dual rates, then we're gonna throw it back up in the air and see how it does. Okay?
I'm gonna throw it back up in the air.
You know what, I'll let you throw it back up in the air. Would you like that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go in here and we're gonna scroll up to dual rates and expos. Now right now I'm at 40%, okay? And expos. I'm gonna kick this down just a little bit more. The low end of my dual rates was pretty good for fast flying and stuff, but still a little bit touchy.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go up here to my elevator, and my elevator is very touchy. So I'm gonna switch over to there, and I'm gonna take this down to about 25%. And you don't wanna go too drastic unless you know you definitely need to, okay? So now that we got this, don't get crazy. Now my high end is what I wanna do for combat, okay? So I'm gonna flip this up here, and it was really bad to fly at high end. So what I wanna do is, you can see I have no expos. And what's expo again?
Expo is the
You weren't listening,
softness of the
stick in the center?
In the center, yeah.
Yes, you know what the expo basically does?
Yeah.
Is when you're moving the stick around here, this little, it will give you minimum throws. As you move it closer to the outside, then it'll go. It's an exponential curve, okay? Just think about this.
You should have said that the first time.
How about this? Expos makes you fly smoother. The higher the number, the smoother you'll fly with your movements in the center of the area, okay? That's layman terms. So you know, we're gonna dial this down to about 50%. And I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna give myself about 30% expo, okay? Okay. So what's the expo gonna do?
It's gonna
make it fly smoother.
Yeah.
Less sensitive control inputs until you get to the far sides, okay? Then we'll go back up here, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this from 60% down to, let's say, about 50%.
Right.
And let's give myself about 25% expo on the ailerons, because I still want those somewhat touchy, okay?
But still smooth.
But still smooth, yes. Yeah. Very good. And just to show you the easiest way to explain to what I just did here is, here's our control movements.
Whoa, wiggly.
Wiggly, yes. Now, remember I was telling you about high and low rates?
Yes.
Watch my elevator. This is right now in high rate.
Yeah.
And then if I want to go fast and fly smooth, low rate. Okay. Now what I can't really show you, and what we'll show you guys later here, we have a neat rig that our director built that will show the actual definition of expos in real time with stick movement and what the servo is actually doing. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this thing up in the air.
I'll throw it.
Huh? You want to throw it?
I want to throw it.
How about if I give you a lesson on how to throw it, and I will not take it away from you this time.
Okay.
First lesson, okay,
right.
You ready? Always throw into the wind. The wind's kind of coming out of this direction, so we're gonna throw it this direction, okay?
Okay.
Now, are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Right-handed, okay. Then you can go ahead and throw it with your right hand.
Okay.
Now, this is kind of skipping a step, okay? And for you guys out there, tossing wings with motors in the back is a little goofy here, but this is a real easy way. There's lots of different techniques.
But I'm advanced, so
I think Josh can pull this one off.
we're comfortable that I'm ready to make this.
I'm also right-handed, Josh.
Okay.
What I want you to do is I want you to hold the airplane just like this, okay?
Okay.
How's that feel to you?
Good.
Now let me give you a little run up, okay? Because you're gonna feel it, okay?
Yeah. Oh my.
Okay, so grips are good, okay? Now what I want you to do is I want you to give me a nice toss, and I want you to keep the plane just slightly angled up and release it right about here, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you when, I'm gonna run up the throttle, and I'm gonna get out of the way,
Okay.
okay?
Uh-huh.
Step back.
Yeah.
Okay, they're good, okay. And I'm gonna do this, okay? We're gonna give it a shot. I believe in you.
I believe
Are you ready
in
for
me
this?
too.
Let me make sure
Always
we are
have.
where we need to be. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Excellent!
That was me.
That was so you. And
Yeah,
look at that. Look how nice this plane's flying now.
I threw the
Look,
plane.
look how smooth it's flying.
Yep.
You know what, Josh? This is a new beginning for you.
Let's do a replay real quick for that throw.
Here, let me show you the different flight characteristics of this plane when we're flying with different rates. Now, this is a little windy, so it's gonna bobble a little bit, but you can see right now, see how nice big sweeping turns.
We're about to break the sound barrier here.
You know what? This is by far the fastest one we've done.
You know what? It is.
Now watch this. I'm gonna flip our rates up to high rates now.
Whoa.
See that?
Blue
And this
Angels,
is
what? I would not want to be in combat with this plane.
you know, it is
crazy
a fun
all
plane
over
to
the
fly
place.
in combat, and it's very maneuverable and very agile and stuff at all different speed range. So I really like this plane.
You know, it's getting a little bit dark out.
It is getting a little dark out there, but you know,
hard to see the plane.
I think we got a good solution for that. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Ready? There you go. You like that?
Yeah, it's like Vegas.
I snuck that in on you.
It's like Vegas in the air.
Basically, we're going to be shooting a night fly episode, and we're going to be using this very airplane too because it's a wonderful airplane to shoot at night. But as you can see, there's different aspects to flying, and dual rates and expos will definitely make your flying experience better. And also for you guys to know, when you're training, setting up a higher level of dual rate and expo, or a lower level of dual rate and a higher level of expo will definitely make the flying experience for someone learning like you a lot better because they can move the sticks more erratically and more roughly, and the plane will still fly nice and docile.
Gotcha.
So let's go ahead and land it, and then we will go inside and we'll show you and the viewers basically the ins and outs of dual rates and expos, okay?
Here we go.
A little windy today.
Bring it on in.
There we go. Alrighty.
Okay.
There we go, brother.
All
Good
right.
job throwing it. That was
Yeah.
fantastic. All right, Josh, we had some fun flying. You ready to see how
Yep.
dual rates and expos really work?
Yeah.
What do you think of this cool setup?
What is this?
Isn't that
setup?
amazing? That
It looks
is
like a
named-
clock.
It kind of like a clock, but this is going to be able to make you realize how dual rates and expos work. Very, very simple.
Okay.
Okay?
Because it's a timing thing.
It's a timing thing, it's a position thing, it's a stick movement thing, it's a lot of things. Okay. First of all, right now the radio's on high rate. Okay, if you look at this little guy right here, 100% travel, it's going to give you 100%.
Yeah.
Now, do you notice how there's a lull right here? See how much quicker that is?
Yes.
Between 1 and 50% here, see how slow it moves? But if you notice here with the expo dialed in, when I move to 50%, the servo only moves 25%. The last 50% is where you get the 75% of travel. That's what enables you to fly smoother. So what we got is the combat flying and things like that. I like to turn up my expo a little bit so I can fly smooth, but when I really need to turn tight, I can just honk over on the stick all the way, it'll give me full deflection, okay?
Put it into overdrive.
Makes sense? Now, let's talk about low rates and stuff. Now, low rates, I did no expo and 50%. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this down to low rate, all right? Now watch what happens to this little guy when I move it to 100%. We'll give you only 50% deflection of the servo. And you can dial this to anything you want. Okay, and you can even put expo in on the lower rate too. So, but basically it's a one-to-one movement. As I move this at the 50% mark, this is at 25% at the 100% because I have 50% dual rate dialed in. So that is what enables it to move at a more metered rate. I do normally in normal life put a little expo in when I'm flying fast because I like that center stick position to be very soft, so I don't over control when I'm going at high rate of speed.
Keep it smooth.
All right, so you get the idea of how expos and dual rates work?
Yeah, I got it.
Wonderful,
Yep.
wonderful.
One of them makes you go crazy, combat style. The other one is smooth, fast sailing.
You know what, I couldn't put it better myself.
Yeah.
And good job on your first throw.
Thank you.
That was excellent.
Thank you.
That was excellent. Well, it's getting late. That's all time we have for today's show. Thank you for watching, and
you.
tune in next time.
Yep. See you.
All right.